First, you're just going to take your arms, you're going to stretch them over your head and then stack them right over your shoulders. Pull your right leg to tabletop, pull your left leg to tabletop, and then you'll gently start tapping your feet down. Inhale as your foot taps down, exhale as you float your leg up. Inhale as you tap your leg down, exhale as you float your leg up. Keep alternating the legs as you lengthen your waist. You're going to breathe in, leg goes down. Breathe out, leg comes back up. Tapping the heels down, pulling the belly in every time your leg comes back into your tabletop position. Then we're going to get a little bit deeper into this work. You're going to stretch your right leg forward, all the way forward, lengthen your leg, and then pull it back in, alternating. Same idea you just did, just reaching your thigh and foot further away from you every time you pull your belly in and you pull your legs back to tabletop, perfectly matching the legs over your hips. Now you're going to press your arms down, curling your head, chest, and shoulders up, tucking your chin toward your chest on an exhale. Inhale, float your head and arms back down, right back to where they came from. Exhale, pressing your arms down, lift your head, chest, and shoulders, pulling your belly button in without letting your knees move. And then inhale, float your arms back up, right back to where you came from. Head fully relaxes without your waist or knees moving at all. Lifting the head and chest, pulling the abs in on a breath out. Inhale, going back down. And again, lifting the head, chest, and shoulders, peeling the spine up. Exhale, pull the belly in. And then inhale, lower back down to rest. Hugging your knees into your chest, just pull them in tight, gently let your legs and back relax. Rocking your knees right to left, placing your feet down, open your arms out to your sides, let your knees fall to your right, and look to your left. Switching sides, using your belly to transition. Knees go to the left, head goes to the right. And then alternating one more time to each side, using your core muscles as you come back through the center, relaxing your back, spine, and ease into the stretch. Prepping for the 100, you're going to press your arms forward, legs in tabletop, lifting the head, chest, and shoulders, extending the legs out, and begin to pump your arms. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep breathing in, keep breathing out. Every time you breathe out, I want you to lift your head, chest, and shoulders a bit higher, and I want you to deepen your belly every time you exhale. Keep pumping your arms all the way until you count to 100. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Curling up even higher, draw your belly button in even deeper, pull the knees into tabletop, float your arms up, and take a nice rest. After extending your legs forward, I want you to take your right leg up toward the ceiling, and you're going to grab on at the back of the knee, maybe up to the calf if you're feeling flexible enough, or behind the hamstring, and then circle your ankle around a few times in each direction, just getting that ankle to move and that hamstring in the back of your leg to stretch fully. You're going to slowly release that leg down, and then we'll just go ahead and go over to the other leg. While I'm doing this stretch, I'm making sure that my collarbone is nice and wide, my head is nice and heavy, and my spine is feeling long. I'm making sure that my leg that's down on the floor is extending straight forward and it's not rotating out or in. My toes are trying to point straight in front of me, and I'm trying to still keep that leg extended even though it's not my working leg that's at the top getting the stretch and doing the circles. After extending both arms up over my head and stretching long, I'm going to extend my fingertips forward. I'm going to slowly peel my spine up off of the mat all the way until I'm forward, touching my toes. And then I'm going to peel my spine back into the mat, reaching my arms back over my head. Every time I go forward and back, I'm making sure I'm pulling my belly button in and really trying to get flexible in my spine as I go forward, while attempting the best I can to keep my feet down on the mat. So I'm peeling my spine up as I'm reaching my arms forward. I'm pulling my belly button in and reaching my arms long for my toes in front of me. And then I'm sequentially moving my spine down one vertebra at a time all the way to a resting position. I'm going to take my right leg up and grab on behind the leg, curl my head, chest, and shoulders up, and then breathe out as I alternate my legs. So breathing out, breathing out, breathing out. Keep switching, keeping everything still as you switch your legs. Only the legs move. And then soon we're going to pull our hands back behind our head. Opposite elbow goes toward the knee, and rotate. Rotate as you switch. Same thing, everything stays still, just the belly drawing in, and then both legs pull to tabletop, legs extend forward and pull in. They extend forward and pull in. Try to lift up a little bit higher, extend forward and in, extend forward, breathe out, belly button pulls in, extend forward, breathe out, belly button pulls in, reach your arms forward, curl up 1 inch higher, and take a rest. So now we're just going to do a couple of cat-cows. Where I want you to be here is with your shoulders directly over your wrists and your hips directly over your knees. You're just going to drop your belly and arch your back, and then rounding your belly, push the floor away from you. So you drop your belly, round your back looking up, and then push the floor away, pull your belly, and try to round your back as much as you can. 2 more times, you're going to arch your back and round. And then round your back the other way, pushing the floor away, tucking your chin, and then you're going to find a nice neutral back. So neck is in line, reach your right arm forward, and you're going to reach your left leg back. Arm stays still, leg is going to tap down and up. Make sure that your hips aren't going anywhere. Leg just taps down and up. Trying to fire your left hip and your left glute to lift the leg without letting your belly button drop toward the floor. Keep reaching your arm and leg long, leg taps down and up. Then you'll tap the arm down and up. Arm goes down and up. Remembering you want to do about 8 to 10 reps of each exercise. So arm will go down and up. Everything else stays nice and still. Nice long spine as you're extending the fingertips and toes away from each other. Pulling the knee back in, and you can take a little rest for your back here by pushing your hips toward your feet. Arms are stretching long, and then you'll peel your spine back up to that neutral position, and we'll start with the other side. So the left arm will reach long now, and then the right leg will reach long behind you. Right foot is going to tap down, and it's going to tap up, squeezing the glute. Leg taps down and up. Between 8 and 10 reps, keeping your arms stable, your spine stable, looking down right beyond your fingertips, which should be right under your shoulder. As soon as you do the leg taps a few times, you will then switch to your arm taps. Leg stays still, and then the arm will begin to tap down and tap up, reaching the hand and the feet away from each other. Pulling your belly button in, pressing down in the opposite hand and knee. Slowly bringing the knee and hand back down, and then pushing back into your child's pose, softening your back, stretching your arms long for your resting position. You're then going to flip over and will be on your back for some bridging. Setting your heels down right in front of your sits bones, pressing your hands into the mat, we're going to start sequentially rolling our spine up into a bridge. So tucking your pelvis to roll your spine up, lengthen your waist at the top and inhale, and then exhale, roll your spine down 1 vertebra at a time. Pressing your feet down, using your triceps to help you get up, but really focusing on peeling your spine up and peeling your spine down. We'll do this between 6 and 10 reps, focusing on getting your waist long at the end of your movement and long at the top of your movement. After your last roll down, you're going to hinge your hips up toward the ceiling. So this type of bridge is a little bit different. Here I want your back to stay nice and flat as you go up. And then when you go down, you lengthen your waist and your back goes down in one piece. So this one we're not sequentially rolling our spine down. We are hinging and lengthening at the waist to lift the hips up and lower the hips down. So we're inhaling as we go up, exhaling as we go down. Inhale as you go up, lengthen the spine. Exhale as you go down, release your back long into the mat. A couple more times, pressing your hands down, feet are even as you go up, and lower back down. Now you're going to lie on the right side of your body. Arm is long underneath your head and left hand presses down in front. Make sure your waist is lifted off of the mat slightly, and you'll start to lift and lower the leg. Leg goes up as you inhale, leg goes down as you exhale. So you'll do this between 8 and 10 times. Then you're going to turn the feet out and gently bend the right knee. Exercise stays the same. That left leg will go up and down, but this time you'll be an external rotation. So you're trying to shine that inner thigh forward as your leg goes up and down. Hips are attempting to stay stacked, and your belly is still tight with your waist gently lifted off of the mat. Then you'll bend your knees forward at a perfect 90-degree angle. Easiest thing to do is line them up with your mat and then make sure that your ankles are in line with the knees. Hand is still pressing down, waist is still long, and then we'll do about 10 clams. Keeping the hips stacked, knee is going to draw open, and then you'll close the clam. Make sure that you're not rolling the pelvis back, you're staying stacked as your knee opens and closes. Now we're going to flip into internal rotation of the thigh, so left thigh will rotate in, and your knees will tap together. You'll extend that left leg all the way back without rolling your spine forward, and then bring the knee back in. Knees touch, but not the ankles. So you're going to extend the leg back, don't roll forward, keep your belly engaged, and then just tap your knees together while your ankle stays up. Again, we'll do this between 8 and 10 times, pulling the belly in, and then resting the legs back down. Now the leg will start to just lift up and down in one piece. Knee and ankle try to stay the same height. So knee and ankle lift up together and then lower all the way down. Every time you do this, I want you to rest the legs completely back down together, so you have to restart the motion. Top leg goes up, top leg goes down. Legs stay at a perfect 90-degree angle, and then you'll brush that leg back and you'll begin to circle the leg around. Knee stays bent, making sure that you're opening up at the hip each time you do the circle. Circles are going to get hard because your waist and your hips are going to want to move. Keep them nice and tight. Just the leg is moving around and it's staying bent. And then you'll reverse your circle. Again, for 8 to 10 reps, same thing. Belly button stays tight, ribs don't move as you circle the leg around. Moving through the back of your leg to turn on your glute, trying to have a soft hip flexor here, so you're really just letting that leg move around in your hip joint. Take a rest and go ahead and flip over onto your back. Make sure that your feet are directly in front of you in parallel, and then you'll cross the left leg, the leg that just worked, over the right knee. Go ahead and flex that foot and then reach up and grab onto the shin or wherever you can to find a nice stretch through your left glute. Make sure that you're not pulling your head and neck up to do this stretch. You can always put a book or a block underneath your head, just gently pulling the leg toward you. Now we have to do the other leg, so flip on over and we'll do the same thing with the right leg as our working leg. After working your hips, I'm going to have you flip over onto your stomach. Hands will press into the mat directly underneath your shoulders. Back of your neck will stay long, and you're going to gently press your hands into the mat as we use the upper back to lift the head and chest. Belly button stays tight and drawing up off of the mat here. You want to squeeze your feet together so you're working through the backs of your legs, and you want to really feel your upper back here, not your lower back. Hands are going to slide underneath your forehead. Head is going to fully rest, and then you're going to start to inhale as you lift your hands and head up off of the mat. Same idea here. Don't shorten through your lower back. Make sure that your belly button is engaging and we're just lifting the upper back. Keep staring at the mat. I don't want the back of your neck to shorten here. Squeezing the legs together, upper body will now stay still and your lower body will lift. Again, not using the lower back to do this work, we're using the glutes and backs of the legs. Arms, chest, and head stay heavy, and the legs try to float back and up. Inhale as you lift, exhale as you lower. Same thing, inhale as you lift the legs, upper body stays still. Exhale as you lower the legs. Separate the feet a little bit wider than hip width apart and stretch the arms the width of the mat. Now we will lift the upper body and the lower body at the same time. Think of Superman, but do not look up. So I really want your arms to try to stay in line with your ears, so you're still gazing at the mat. Inhale as you lift up, exhale as you lower down. Goal is to get long in your spine and not shorten your lower back, keeping your abs engaged, reaching your fingertips and toes away from each other. On the next one, you're going to stay up. Belly button is drawing in, and we'll start to kick the arms and legs. So opposite arm and leg are kicking like you're swimming. Arms are working, legs are working, belly is in, and we're going kick, 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 kick. Make sure that you're breathing in for 5 counts, breathing out for 5 counts, just like the 100. Keep kicking the arms, keep kicking the legs, and then you're going to lift your head, chest, and shoulders, lift your legs up, everything extends up, and then you rest back down. Now for your final stretch of your 20-minute workout. You're going to sit crisscross, and you're going to take one hand, you're going to grab onto the top of the opposite ear. Gently let your head pull down, giving your neck a nice stretch. Opposite arm is reaching down to the mat. Rest your arms down and then just gently turn your head right to left to reset your head on top of your spine. Then we'll do the opposite side. Pulling the head gently down, other arm is reaching long to the mat, and then you'll look down toward the mat to get a stretch down the back of your neck. Don't pull your head too hard here. It should be very gentle. Restacking your head to look right and left just a couple times, and you're all finished. Great job.